Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another video on crypto madness. Of course, welcome back to another crypto video talking about the latest crypto news. Today, another episode on Ripple and XRP. If you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure you support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribing, and also comment down below if you're still holding Bitcoin or XRP. And also, should we sell or should we hold through? Let me know in the comment section. So first of all, I want to quickly show you guys a little bit of the most important figures, I should say. And there's that Bitcoin is going down a little bit, XRP is going down a little bit, nothing significant. However, Bitcoin at 6,000, XRP at about 15 cents. A little bit more importantly though, S&P, NASDAQ, and crude oil are down like crazy again. I mean, S&P is down 4.5%, NASDAQ down 4%, but crude oil is down 15.5%, which is definitely quite a crazy number. And one of the statistics that people really like to follow and look at is this right here. I don't want to speak out loud about it too much, but it's definitely something that I see people talk about a lot, and I think it's worth it to maybe grab it in the back of your head. But I will never tell you guys it's an important figure, right? Just because there's so many unknown figures, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But I don't think this is too significant, at least for me. What is a little bit nicer though is if we scroll down a little bit, you can see all the figures of the indices or indices, and it's funny to see that the DAX, the German one, is up, and the FTSE, the UK one, is also up right there, while the American and Japanese ones are down. And over a 5-year period, we're down pretty damn far. On TradingView, you also have a section to actually find some ideas of different people, which made me, or inspired me actually, to make this video today, talking a little bit more about the XRP price, or really the crypto motion, so to say, because Project Syndicate here, I think he's pretty known in this space on TradingView. He's a top analyst. He's been putting up some crazy figures and hoping some really big kickback up to about 16 or 17 cents in the near future. In his words, before we kickstart the update, your upvotes are appreciated, and he has quite some authority right there. But with further ado, keep it short, simple, to the point. XRP-USD 50-minute buy setup, 10 to 15% gains. Important, this is a speculative setup. Performance is not guaranteed, so please use a tight stop loss. Okay, guys, this is really a short-term only setup. In XRP-USD with 10 to 50% upside. Best load spot near 1475, meaning, right, load up your coins right there. The target is for 16 to 7 cents, and a 10 to 50% really quickly money grab is possible. And theoretically, it should be happening. It should have already happened. Right, actually, now that I'm seeing it, should have already happened. I don't know if it did. Let's quickly check it out. Of course, to add some legitimacy to his points and all. So tonight, it did hit 16.2-ish cents somewhere in the night. 16.2. So if you had gotten yourself a buy chance, it would have been good. But he said we could reach 16. So yeah, possibly a good buy if you could ever get it here. I don't think it ever got this low though, so maybe it's not a very useful one. The second one, XRP-USD best level to buy for 150 to 200% gains, bulls. So without further ado, XRP-USD best level to buy, 150 to 200% gains. Okay, so XRP-USD looks relatively cheap at current levels. We're now trading at 15-16 cents. However, while BTC-USD will have a great catalyst soon, there are no strong catalysts pending in XRP-USD. At least they're not game changers. Let me know if I'm missing something in the comment section. By the way, you guys do that as well. So overall, still marginally plausible that the real low will be set later in May or July of 2020, near 10 cents. And if that's the case, accumulating near 10 cents is a great play for longer term investors. Just don't expect miracle overnight / casino gains, which is, of course, some really crazy numbers. I see two key levels on weekly chart that will most likely get retested in the future. 36 cents, strong horizontal mirror SNR level, and 43 cents, range highs, strong SNR. If price rebounds on volume near 10 cents, 250% upside, up to 250% upside is possible for buy/hold traders / investors later. And let me know what you think about this. It's a pretty cool idea. So basically it's saying a lot of profit can be made here in a guess medium term here. It's the weekly chart. I would not say this is short term. We're talking about a couple of months. But he's actually saying, all right, if we hit 10 cents or so, make sure you buy that thing and hold it through, because anywhere in this bracket here of 10 or at least, yeah, I think 10 to 17 cents, it's a good buying place, because eventually we're going to be going up from that. XBUSD weekly chart review and key levels by project syndicate. Best level to buy and hold for 200% gains. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess this is our first buy section. This might be our second, because the other one he says 10 cents possible low later. Yeah. All right, that's his 2 cents. I just wanted to quickly make you guys aware of that. And then I saw one for Bitcoin. Bitcoin from ultra bear to neutral, or waiting for Monday. And you can see the charts here real quick. I actually have made a video about how this all works, just the simpler stuff, but I have not released it because I'm not too happy with it, and I don't know what type of style I should do my trading videos in. Should I do them really slowly and explain everything like from the beginning? Should I do something more intermediate and what I normally work with in a day-to-day life? Or I didn't really know too much about that, so I'm still thinking, I'm still searching for some feedback. But just continue here as a follow-up on the previous analysis. There's a random action again. We are at a top spot. Find it hard to say what the most likely outcome is here, at least for the coming day or so. When looking at the daily weekly, it is a big fat sell bearish setup. But when going to lower time frames, it's looking pretty decent now. Even yesterday's dump from 6,900 to 5,700 is showing a neutral, slightly bullish picture right now. Yesterday's bounce from 5,700 low was pretty strong, and then we got a bearish wedge / flag I posted yesterday, which played out, but fell a bit short for even the wedge target, which was 5650 to 750. Now one's hanging around 6200, which seems to be the middle ground here. On the left, right here on the left, I have a green and red zone, or at least I have a couple of them. There's a couple of green and a couple of red zones, yes. Because current price action is a bit similar to a few days ago at the 5,500, 5,000. I also noticed a lot of noise in that range, same as we're seeing now. And as you can see, each time price moves to the low or high of the range, the candle closes, or the candle close shows a wick each time. So would make sense to say that when we see a candle close on the 4-hour inside the green / red, it's probably a good sign of what the direction will be. Closing above / below it should then be a confirmation of the direction, and this is not the way I personally prefer, because when trying to trade that, you get a shitty price, especially when the move turns out to be a trap. Crypto followed the stock market quite a bit in the past couple of weeks following the whole pandemic / crisis, and those closed at week lows and looks like they might continue dumping again on Monday, so would make sense to think that Bitcoin would drop as well along with it. And as mentioned in the previous analysis, I am still bearish for several reasons, but as said then and now, maybe even but more, not confident about it. Because I am not seeing any real panic selling. We had to drop yesterday 1,200 points, but only to wick up 700 points within a few hours. So that's not showing any real weakness either. So this is more of a moment to wait on the sidelines, I think, which is also my personal preference at this point here. There's just so much uncertainty that it's not really easy to say whether it's going to go up or down at this point. To continue, also because we are in the middle of the range again here. If, for example, we could see a move to 64, 6,500, so you know, in the higher pockets, so to speak, but then a wick down again below 62 / 6,100, which is all the way, okay, the top of this area. All right. All with good volume, it could be a sign of weakness and some to go on. Other way around will be similar, so if we were to test the bottom and then upwards as well. But at this point, we're still in the middle. He says, so think in general, great time to relax during the weekend because I think we'll be quite busy again when the stock market opens on Monday. About the 6,800-ish from my previous analysis still stands. Wish I could be a bit more clear about what will happen. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. I find this a bit difficult now because my reasons for being bearish still stand and I just won't change them because of some rally yesterday. But I've learned in my career, it's no use finding something, so being too stubborn is usually a bad idea. At the moment, bit too much conflicting signs, meaning I see a bit too many bullish signs as well. I won't be watching closely today, but if I see something that could tell what the direction will be for the coming days. I will update. And here's a little bit for earlier, but we don't need to get too much into that. That's the current analysis on things, and it's a pretty good one. So that's also why I thought it was worth a talk. Botcha 11, it was worth it. It's a good one. MoneyGram says it has sold $11 million XRP worth since beginning of its partnership with Ripple. It's an interesting statistic, and I don't know whether it's important to some people, but I thought I should mention it. MoneyGram says it has sold $11 million worth of the XRP that it has received from Ripple as part of MoneyGram's commercial agreement with the payments startup. In the latest SEC filing, MoneyGram says it receives XRP from Ripple as a compensation for using Ripple's ODL platform to facilitate cross-border payments. The company is compensated by Ripple in XRP for developing and bringing liquidity to foreign exchange markets facilitated by the ODL platform and providing a reliable level of foreign exchange trading activity. Ripple's ODL settles remittance payments. While we actually know what it all does, it's just cool to see that MoneyGram has received $11 million from them as incentivization or whatever you call that, and they sold that as soon as they received them, which to some people might be a quit moment. To some others, it's like, yeah, Ripple's doing their work to pay the people who are utilizing XRP. So it's just a different way to see it. They could have also paid them in dollars, but in this case, it's good that they're paying them in XRP just to make sure that XRP moves around and gets used. So, yeah. It's not strange that they're paying somebody to use their thing, right? I find. Ripple XRP price hits 0.158. Where from here? So, after looking at those previous analysis on TradingView, I think it's pretty simple to notice that people don't know. Right, and as he also says here, it is possible the XRP price could sink to 1484, or we could see it rise to 1695. There's actually just a little bit of an inconclusion at this point. We're quite uncertain of where it's going to go. And if we scroll through a little bit, you can just see different, I guess, analysis right here. Though the problem is nobody really knows what's going on at this point, I should say. Alex Clay is more optimistic on everything, explaining that the Ripple XRP price has broken the falling wedge pattern. If the price can break the channel at about 1597, the analyst states that it will be safe to start opening long positions again. If XRP manages to cross 1640, he's set price targets for 1681 and 1720, which you can see right here on the right. And Ripple has received disappointing news. Recently, the IME or Intermax has said that they don't need Ripple or something like that. I covered it before for you guys on the channel here. I said, and I am still standing with that, it's not a bad thing. And by the way, I don't know if you guys can see it right now, but my screen turned a little bit bluer. I don't know if it's just my screen or really in the recording as well. I think my graphics card is messing me up, but the laptop is 1 year and I think 3 months old. It's a MacBook Pro. And I'm wondering, is there still like a warranty, or should I have paid for Apple Care or something like that? Or is it 2-year warranty, like how it works in the whole of Europe? Or is this just a user malfunction? Like, is it my own fault? Or is it really with Apple 1 year period? You messed up now. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know. XRP price recovers to 16 cents as XRP liquidity index starts picking up speed. So I wanted to first get into it, but then I was like, man, we're not close to 16 cents at all. Is it worth it to talk about that? Is it really necessary? Because it's just, again, another point to showcase liquidity is doing good, all right? We're not necessarily at the all-time high anymore right now, but as you can see, it goes in waves, and soon we'll just be pumping it up way further than ever before. And the biggest point to make right there is the prices at this point, it's a waiting game, guys. Not really anything conclusive. Ripple price analysis, XRP struggling for 16 cents, but loses confidence against Bitcoin. What are the next possible targets? Basically saying again, XRP hitting any points, yeah, sure, but we're going down a little bit versus Bitcoin. So either Bitcoin is going down less than XRP is, or XRP is going up less than Bitcoin is. And that's been the case for a little bit. XRP witnessed a small increase of 2.5% over the past 24 hours as it trades marginally below 16 cents. The crypto fell from a high of 19 cents recently, but managed to stay above 15.7 over the past 2 days. And against Bitcoin, XRP continues to struggle as the buyers try to keep it above 200 or 2,525 Satoshi support. And then I guess the real conclusion of the video is I just want XRP to moon and get a place in the mountains, get the F off the internet and away from sheep. And Sir Gordon Gekko ready T minus 4 days. 2 points to make here. 1, get yourself a hardware wallet. A link for that is in the description below. I have this thing myself here. I use it all the time. It's just to keep your coins safe, to keep your money on your own, and make sure you don't, I guess, lose your money or miss out on anything. A link is always in the description. And BP here, he says, I just want to XP the moon and get a place in the mountains. That's one point I should always make as well. There's tons of different people who have tons of different reasons for why they're holding XRP. And, you know, it's a goal, it's a thing, and that's why I also talk about these prices or at least not often, but sometimes, is because people like to talk about this type of stuff. People all have their own goals, people have their own visions of things, and for some, XRP is the only way to really get rich, to really get the life they always desire, to really get somewhere when no other investment or no other work could have brought them there. And that's what I so like about these crypto as well, is that they really allow us to dream like that, because we have seen already the possibilities, right? Within the last couple of years here, the amount of profit that could have been made is just ridiculous. And it's not that you need to have some crazy type of knowledge. You just, I guess, can call yourself fortunate for being early, right? We don't need any crazy knowledge to just put some money in and wait about it. You know, we don't need to trade it every day if you don't want to. All that's important is that you keep up with how much you like the coin, I should say, and of course the track that they're on. But for XRP, for Bitcoin, they're on a good path, going to become really, really crazy. And that was it for this video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe to show your support. And comment down below what coin you'd like to talk about next. See you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.